Chapter 6, Computer Security. Computer security protects computers, networks, and information from damage, theft, unauthorized access, and misuse. Since we use the internet every day, understanding cybersecurity helps keep our devices and personal information safe. These are the definition of computer security. Introduction. The internet has greatly improved communication, learning, and daily life. However, it has also increased cybersecurity risk and online threats. Understanding basic computer security and practicing proper cybersecurity measures are essential for protecting personal information and digital systems.
Learning outcome. By the end of this module, student will be able to discuss the definition of a computer security, list the most harmful types of computer security, explain the CIA triad, which is the main concern of computer security, and determine the threats to computer security, specifically with hardware, user, and data.
Learning content. Definition of computer security and threats. Computer security basically the protection of computer systems and information from harm, theft, and unauthorized use. It is the process of preventing and detecting unauthorized use of your computer system. There are various types of computer security which is widely used to protect the valuable information of an organization. One way to ascertain the similarities and differences among computer security is by asking what is being secured. For example, information security is securing information from unauthorized access, modification, and deletion. Application security is securing an application by building security features to prevent from cyber threats such as SQL injections, DOS attacks, data breaches, and etc. Computer security means securing a standalone machine by keeping updated and patched. Network security is by securing both the software and hardware technologies. Cybersecurity is defined as protecting computer systems which communicate over the computer networks. It's important to understand the distinction between these words, though there isn't necessarily a clear consensus on the meanings and the degree to which they overlap or are interchangeable. So, computer security can be defined as the controls that are put in place to provide confidentiality, integrity, and availability for all the components of computer system. Let's elaborate the definition. Computer security threats are possible dangers that can possibly hamper the normal functioning of your computer. In the present age, cyber threats are constantly increasing as the world is going digital. These are the common computer security threats. First is the virus, second, worm, third is the rootkit, fourth, phishing, fifth, botnet, and the last is keylogger. First, let's talk about virus. Malicious software that infects files and programs. Second is the worm. Malware that copies itself and is spread between computers. Third is the rootkit. Hides in a system while giving an attacker unauthorized access. The fourth is phishing. Fake messages or website used to steal personal information. The fifth is botnet, a group of infected computers controlled by an attacker. The sixth is, the last one, is the keylogger. Records keystrokes to steal usernames, password, and other information. These are the important security terms. Vulnerability, a weakness that attackers can exploit. Backdoor, a hidden way to bypass normal security or authentication. DOS or DDoS attack overwhelms a system with requests, making it unavailable. Direct access attack happens when an attacker physically accessed a computer. Next is eavesdropping, secretly listening to or monitoring private communication. Spoofing, pretending to be another person or system by falsifying information. Tampering, intentionally changing information or products. Repudiation, denying or challenging the authenticity of an action or signature. Exploit, a program or technique that takes advantage of a vulnerability. Indirect attack, an attack carried out through another computer system, computer or system. Information disclosure, unauthorized release or exposure of private information.
Now, we were going to talk about computer crime. Computer crime refers to any crime that involves a computer and a network. There are top 10 cybercrime prevention tips, which is number 1, use a strong password. Use different user ID or password combination for different accounts and avoid writing them down. Make your password stronger by combining letters, numbers, and especially characters. We need to use a unique and strong password for every account because this helps us to protect our personal information and make it harder for hackers to access our account. Number 2, secure your computer. Active your firewall. Firewalls are the first line of cyber defense. They are block connections to unknown or bogus sites and will keep out some types of viruses and hackers. Use antivirus software prevent viruses from infecting your computer by installing and regularly updating antivirus software. Number 3,
Wait lang.
be social media savvy. Make sure your social networking profiles, for example, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, MSN, and etc., are set to private. We need to set our social media accounts to private and avoid sharing personal information online. Think before you post because anything you share on the internet can stay there permanently. Number 4, secure your mobile devices. Be aware that your mobile device is vulnerable to viruses and hackers. Download application from trusted sources. We need to protect our phone by downloading apps only from trusted sources. This helps prevent virus, hackers, and other security threats from harming your device. Number 5, install the latest operating system. Keep your application and operating system. For example, Windows, Mac, current with the latest system updates. Turn on automatic updates to prevent potential attacks on older software. So always update your device and apps to the latest version. Updates fix security problems and help protect your device from hackers and viruses. Number 6, protect your data. Use encryption for your most sensitive files such as returns, financial records. Makes regular backups of all your important data and store it in another location. Keep your important files safe by using encryption and making backups copies. Store the backups in a different place in case your device is lost or damaged. Number 7, secure your wireless network. Wi-Fi wireless. Network at home are vulnerable to intrusion if they are not proper secured. Protect your home Wi-Fi with a strong password. Avoid using public Wi-Fi for banking or other important transactions because it may not be secure. Number 8, protect your identity. Be cautious when giving out personal information such as your name, address, phone number, or financial information. On the internet, make sure that websites are secure or that your enable privacy settings. Example, when accessing or using social networking sites. So do not share your personal information with unknown websites or people. Make sure a website is secure before entering your details. Number 9, avoid being scammed. Always think before you click on a link or file or unknown origin. Don't feel pressured by any emails. Check the source of the message when in doubt. Verify the source. Never reply to emails that ask you to verify your information or confirm your user ID or password. To avoid being scammed, do not click suspicious links or open unknown files. Always check if the message is real and never share your password through email. Number 10. Call the right person for help. Do not panic if you are a victim if you encounter illegal internet content. For example, child explosion. Or if you suspect a computer crime, identity theft, or a commercial scam. If you experience a cybercrime or online scam, report to the police. For computer problems, ask a trusted technician or your service provider for help. Now, let's move to another topic, which is basic security concept of computer. There are three components of computer system. The components of a computer system that needs to be protected are: number one, hardware. The physical part of the computer like the system, memory, and disk drive. Number two, firmware. Permanent software that is etched into a hardware device, non-volatile memory, and is mostly visible to the user. Number three, software. The programming that offers services like operating system, word processor, internet browser to the user. Now, let's talk about the CAI triad. Computer security is mainly concerned with three main areas, which is confidentiality, integrity, and availability.
Confidentiality. Confidentiality means keeping information private and safe from unauthorized people. Only those who have permissions should be able to access or read the data. Example, password and encryption protect your personal information from people who should not see it. Integrity. Integrity means keeping data accurate, correct, and unchanged unless an authorized person can change it. It also makes sure that the information comes from a trusted source. Example, if a grade is recorded as a 90, no unauthorized person should be able to change it to 95. Tools for availability. Availability means making sure the system and data are accessible and working when needed. Some tools or methods include protection from physical damage. Pinoprotektahan ng computer at equipment laban sa damage, theft, o accident. Uninterruptible power supply. Nagbibigay ng temporary power kapag nawalan ng kuryente para hindi biglang mamatay ang computer. Fire and flood protection. Pinoprotektaan ang equipment laban sa sunog at baha. Temperature and humidity control. Kinokontrol ang init at moisture para hindi ma-overheat o masira ang equipment. Regular backups. Gumagawa ng extra copies ng files para may magamit kapag nawala o nasira ang original. Storm-resistant buildings. Mga building na matibay at design para mabawasan ang damage kapag may malakas na bagyo. Protection against system overload. Pinipigilan ng system na bumagal o mag-crash dahil sa sobrang daming users o requests. Redundant server or disk. May extra servers o storage na maaring gamitin kapag nag-fail ang main server o disk. Protection against DOS attacks. Pinoprotektahan ng system laban sa attacks na naglalayong magpa-crash o magpa-unavailable ng service. Checking user inputs. Chine-check kung valid at tama ang information na inilalagay ng user para mabawasan ang errors. Turning off unused services. Pinapatay ang services na hindi ginagamit para mabawasan ang security risk at system load. Installing updates and security patch. Nag-i-install ng updates para ayusin ang bugs at security weaknesses ng system. Threats to hardware users and data. Hardware problems can damage computers and cause data loss or corruption. One example is power faults, which include brand
Consider as combined surge, protector, uninterruptible power supply. Age. Age is not magic. As a computer, age they are tend to fail more often. Electronic components are stressed over time as they heat up and cool down. And mechanical components simply wear out. Some of these failures will be dramatic, something will just stop working. Some, however, can be slow and not obvious. Regrettably, it's not question of if, but when in regards equipment failures. Solution. Make a really good backup before installing anything hardware or software so you can revert of the system back to a stable state should something crop up. Age. Tulad ng tao, tumatanda din ang computer kasi kapag tumatagal siya na ginagamit, namumudpod yung piyesa sa loob kaya bumabagal siya at madalas siyang masira. For example, yung 7 years old na computer, bigla naging mabagal tapos yung isang araw hindi na gumagana yung hard drive niya kasi luma na talaga yung part sa loob. Finger faults, typos, and oops! I didn't mean to do that. This all the frequent cause of data corruption. This is commonly happen when you are intending to delete or replace one file but actually get another. By using a wildcards, you may experience a really wild time. I thought I delete all the back files, but they are still here. Something was deleted, or was it? Or was in another 12 detectory. Of course, if you are a programmer or if you use some sophisticated tools like sector editor, then your fingers can be really into you trouble. Solution. Keep an eye on the special after 3 to 5 years. Trigger faults naman po ay pagkakamali ng darili. Ito po yung aksidente nating minsan dahilan ng nagmamadali tayo or hindi tayo nag-iingat, nagpipindot na sa napipindot natin na mali. Yung gusto nyong burahin yung isang lumang pictures pero dahil nagkamali ka ng click, nabura mo yung buong folder na may importante na file sa'yo. Possibilities. You can have a hardware problem. On perfectly healthy PC, you have a device installed that do not properly share interrupts. Sometimes problems are immediately obvious, and other times they are subtle and depends on certain events to happen at just the wrong time. Then suddenly strange things happen. Software can do this too. Solution. Be careful and look up now and again to make certain on your cursor is where you want it. Incompatibilities naman po yung hindi magkakasundo na parts. Like, hindi lahat ng computer parts ay magkakaibigan. Like, may bago na hindi magtutugma sa luma. May pag pinilit mo silang magsama, magkakagulo yung computer. Kunyari, bumili ka ng bagong printer tapos kinabit mo yung lumang computer. Hindi talaga sila magkakaintindihan kaya nag-freeze at hindi gumagana yung PC mo. Malicious or careless damage. Someone may accidentally or deliberately delete or change a files on your PC while you're not around. If you don't keep your pictures or careless damage, someone may accidentally or deliberately delete or change a files on your PC while you're not around. If you don't keep your PC locked in and safe, then this is a risk. Who knows what change or delete? Wouldn't be nice to know if anything changed over the weekend? Most of this type of the damage is done intentionally and by someone you probably know this is person didn't mean cause of trouble or then simplified didn't know what they were doing when and they use your PC solution. Never run the computer as the administrative user and have a guest account available for the others who use the computer. Keep up to keep up to date backup as well. Malicious or careless damage mo, ito yung nasisira dahil may gumalaw or pwedeng sinasadyang para manggulo or aksidente lang dahil pabaya ka. Kukunyari, for example, pinahiram mo yung laptop mo sa kaklase mo. Tapos, aksidente niyang na-delay yung PowerPoint na presentation bukas. Typhoid Mary, the possible source for computer infection is the customer engineering or CE or repairman. And CE comes for the service call, they will almost always run the diagnostic program from this kit. It's like very easy from this to these kits become an infected spread the infection to your computer. The cell representative showing the demonstration via flops disks, almost possibly spreading viruses. Always check on your system after another people have placed their flop disk into IT. Better yet, if you can check their disk with up-to-date antivirus software before anything is run. Solution: insist on testing their disk before use or make a certain they use on up-to-date antivirus before coming to your location. Ang typhoid Mary naman po ay parang tao na may sakit pero hindi niya alam kung siya yung dahilan kung bakit nahawaan yung iba. Sa computer, ito po yung USB or tao nagdala ng virus. For example po, pumunta ka po sa technician para ayusin yung PC, gumamit ka ng USB niya na may virus dahil doon nahawaan yung computer mo at kumalat yung virus. Magnetic zap. Computer data is generally stored as a series of magnetic chains on disk, while the hard disks are generally safe from the most magnetic threats because they are encased within the computer compartment. Floppy disks are the highly vulnerable to magnetic. The obvious threat would be the post of floppy disks to the refrigerator with the magnet, but there are many other for more subtle threats. Magnetic zap naman po yung tama ng magnet. Like yung mga floppy disk and hardware na nakakatakot sa magnet. Pag nilapit mo sila sa magnet, buburin ito ng mga data. Kukunyari, naglalaro ka, tapos nilagay mo yung lumang floppy disk mo sa tabi ng malakas na magnetic speaker. Nung binuksan mo ulit, wala na lahat ng laman. So, yun na ang magnetic zap. So, some of the more subtle source of magnetism include computer monitor. Don't put a floppy disk anywhere near the monitor. IT generates a magnetic field generally applied to the older CDR plates. Monitor naman po yung lumang monitor. Yung lumang CTR monitor ay matataba sa likod na may malakas na magnetic field. Yan, delikado sa disk Like, for example, tinabi mo yung floppy disk sa tabi ng lumang TV type na monitor dahil sa magnetic ng monitor nasira yung data sa loob ng disk. Telephones. While ringing, telephones are particularly older phones with a bell generates a magnetic field. Desk. While the bottom desk drawer does not generate a magnetic field, vacuum cleaner that maintains people slide under the desk to clean floor dust. Bottom case shelf and files cabinet. Drawer some of comment as the desk drawer just above. Bottom desk. While the bottom desk drawer does not generate a magnetic field, vacuum cleaner that maintains people slide under the desk to clean floor dust. Bottom case shelf and files cabinet. Drawer some of comment as the desk drawer just above. Bottom case or shelf files or cabinet, ito yung sila yung same lang yung pinaglagyan na ng disk na malapit sa machine or masisira din. Nilagay mo yung floppy disk sa files cabinet pero sa katabi ng cabinet ay yung aircon at printer. Yung magnetic field nila ay dahan-dahan nasisira sa yung disk. Yung yes, pets. Pets for generate a strong electrostatic charge, which, if the discharge through a disk, can affect the files on disk. Instead of the dog ate my homework, today it could be just as easy to be. The cat sat on my homework. I I once had a student where exact problem happened. As cat sat in the floppy disk and static swipe out the data on the disk. Naman po ay alagang hayop like yung mabalahibong pusa, aso, pag kiniskis, nakakagawa sila ng static electricity. Kaya nakakasira din yun sa disk. Like, matutulog yung pusa sa ibabaw ng floppy disk mo. Tapos yung static sa balahibo niya ay pumasok sa disk kaya masisira yung files. So, ang solution natin ay ang pinaka-main na gawin ay ilayo ang mga disk sa lahat ng pwede makasira. Ingatan ito, itago sa tamang lugar para hindi masira ang floppy disk at ang USB mo. Para ilagay mo sila sa plastic case or ilayo mo sila sa magnetic cellphone at speaker.
Solution: stay away from magnets or sources of static of all kinds when working with a computer. Bottom line, there are tools to assist in recovery from these problems, but how do you know all of the data is okay? These tools do not always recover good copies of the original files. Active action on your part before disaster strikes is your best defense. It's best to have a good current backup and for better protection, a complete up-to-date integrity check map of everything on your disk.